Respected Guruji, Pradam, Pawan Singh sir, who is sitting here, sir, Pradam sir, and my friends Ruchi madam, Jha sir, Srikant sir, and you will be surprised, you are from Slovakia, and just 3 months back I was in Slovakia for 3 days with a family of my student Alexander, and I stayed at his home and in Nitra, Bratislava, and I visited, and I'm a great fan of Slovakia. I'm so happy that I saw you here. And sometimes, you gather good experience when you are traveling in the world. I got a chance to travel to almost 35 countries. But sometimes you give rank to yourself, not to share with others. But I liked Slovakia very much. It's a very warm, very welcoming country. Like I had similar experience in, you can say, Barcelona, as well as in Madrid. Then in a place in Italy, what is that place? I forget, near to Venice and Verona. This place called Verona. So I found that people across the world are same. They want to receive love, they want to give love. And you can easily classify people in really very good and good people. There is no classification like bad people. As Professor Pawan Singh said, we should remove such thing like bad. You said it is only the time that decide who is good, who is bad, not absolutely good or bad. Similarly, in the world, when we form new relationship, so new relationship can be formed when you travel. So travel is also a means to experience spirituality, which I experienced in Italy, in Spain. I lived in Denmark for 3 years. So I'm just sharing few things based on my insights in Ramayana or Mahabharata and Puran. And my son, who is right now 8-year-old boy, Adish, and myself, every day we saw some story from either Puran and Upanishad. And probably my son knows almost 100 stories. I may forget, but he remembers better. And I'm so happy that I'm also trying to, although the facts which I am sharing on this spirituality as a means of healthy interpersonal relationship, you can say more in a story form again, and these stories are known to you, but as a researcher, as a social scientist, as an organizational behavior, student of organizational behavior, trying to correlate two words, a word that comes from the spiritual relationship and which we are being, taught from Ramayana and Mahabharata, and the real word, the materialistic word. I also found some correlates between, let's say, the relationship which Kevat and Ram has to the modern relationship in the industries, in the politics, etc. So I am presenting you only 14 pictures, 7 pictures from the spiritual side and 7 pictures from the modern side. So we can go quickly to the first picture. I'm just leaving the first introductory part, and that is like what is spirituality. So spirituality is of course related to the concerning of your spirit. How do you uplift your spirit? How do you work on your soul? How do you feel connected with the others? How do you feel connected with the whole universe? When you are in the meditation, you feel connected with the whole universe. And there is we call a smaller body within this metaphysical body. And this body can travel across the world. So spirituality is a way how you can be connected with others as well as with the entire universe. Next, please. The relationship part, and I borrowed this definition from the literature. Relationship, how it can be defined, like mutual fulfillment of both parties' needs. Mutual fulfillment of both parties' needs. I'm just focusing on this underlined text. So mutual fulfillment of both parties' need through these pictures. Let's go to the next one. And next one is the model. This is, I think, model is known to all of us in psychology. It's called Johari window. So again, how to increase your arena by sharing the feedback. you share the feedback about yourself with others, the things which are not known to others about you, and you learn many things from others about yourself. So these pictures will demonstrate those things. Next picture, please. So the first picture, and this is something which I also share in my all MDP's program, and I build a theory based on this one single picture of Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. And sometimes you see that you find some correlates also from the real life. And whenever Lord Shiva is in the deep meditation, and then Parvati sometimes feel uneasy, and she asks this question, whom do you remember when you are under the deep meditation? You can see that the wife is speaking, correct, to a husband whom you are remembering during that time when you are in a meditation. So she may feel little uneasy, but Lord Shiva says, it is my idol, this is Lord Rama, and I am chanting the mantra of Ram, Ram all the time. And like Valmiki Ramayana or Goswami Tulsidas Ramcharitmanas is basically the story has been narrated by Lord Shiva to Ma Parvati. Similarly, Goddess Lakshmi asked the same question, whom you remember when you are in the deep, Yoga Nidra. Then he also says, it's only the Bholenath, Lord Shiva, who resides in my heart. So you can see that there is a circular relationship between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, and Ram is avatar of Lord Vishnu, Lord Hanuman is avatar of Lord Shiva, and you can see they worship each other. Very simple meaning is, if there are two general managers, there are two CEOs, there are two professors, there are two directors, or two simple human beings, only one thing that relates oneself to another one is respect, love, and care. That we can learn from this picture. And next you can see the theory which I am building is treat every person as God and serve him. Invoke divine unto one another. So Matra Devo Bhav, Pitra Devo Bhav, Acharya Devo Bhav, Atithi Devo Bhav. So may you be the one who worship mother, father, teacher, and guest as God. So appreciation is a godly trait, a godly virtue. When you appreciate someone, basically you are praying, you are respecting someone like a God. Next picture, please. Like King Janak and King Dasrath. And you can say that Janak ji is the father of bride from the bride side, and Lord Dasrath ji is father of Lord Rama and other three more brothers. And this is a time, like Bharat comes and in typical marriage. But here what happened, Dasrath touches the feet of Janak, and Janak feel little nervous that why he is doing so. He says that I am Yachak, I am a beggar. I came to I am asking something from you. So who is bigger than whom? So by hearing this, Janakji started crying. And when this whole ceremony is over, and if you read Valmiki Ramayana, it says that Janakji came along almost 5-10 kilometers just to see of him. Dasratji keeps saying, now you can go back, now you can go back. He says, no, but mera dil nahi bhara abhi tak. So you can see the kind of relationship is observed between a bride's father and the groom's father. And here, who is bigger than whom? There is no such discourse on this. So relationship of equals, correct? Next, please. Here, this is my favorite picture. And probably I don't mind in disclosing this. When I was appearing in an interview for the directorship position at MDI Gurgaon, this is the picture I begin with. If you think you are a CEO, if you are a director, or you are a professor, or you are any senior person at senior position, and you love Lord Krishna, if you think Lord Krishna is your idol, then behave like Lord Krishna. Just serve your stakeholder with service attitude. Otherwise, what happens? The arrogance quickly go into your mind. And we talk a lot about Lord Krishna, but hardly we follow this simple behavior that Sudama is sitting on his throne and he is on the feet of Sudama ji. So what simply means service attitude, service leadership, and servant leadership. Next picture, please. Kevat and Ram, I think you can just keep speaking on this picture for next 20, 30 minutes. And the way, Kevat has asked question to Lord Rama that I will not allow you to sit in my boat, otherwise it will also disappear. The way, stone was converted into Ahilya, and this is a boat of simple, made up of wood. This is further softer than the stone. So he was not allowing Lord Rama, and Lord Ram asked that, what should I do? Then he said that I must wash your feet so that I can remove that dust particles that is magical and convert, convert stone into a woman. So basically the kind of gestures he is demonstrating, he wanted to touch the feet of Lord Rama. And Rama, when he has offered the ring of Ma Sita, then what he says is very interesting. एक मजदूर दूसरे मजदूर को मजदूरी नहीं देता. And he is treating Lord Rama like a labor. Then he asked, how are you treating me? He said, मैं लोगों को नदी पार कराता हूँ, आप भव सागर से पार करा देते हैं. So you can see that amazing experience between, and you can see that Lord Rama, like Dr. Pawan Singh has already explained, Lord Rama, who just, completed the entire, word in just 2-3 steps when he wanted to curse the, or you can say the Bali, and he wanted to just, completely damage the pride of the Bali by simply counting 1 or 2 steps. Now he needs a boat. So he needs a boat, but that is the way the God comes in our life, and we never realize that. Today I will say, like my good friend, my elder brother, Dr. Vikrant Singh is also like, Ram, and we met almost 2 years back, and he is also mentoring our Center for Indian Thought. And today I am here, I am meeting him. Just few days back we were in Jaisalmer. So this is the way relationships are formed. I have huge respect, sir, for you. Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you so much. Please give a big round of applause to Vikrant Singh Saab. And the way he is working, and may God bless him, and we all should remain together for the same journey, although it has no destination. Next picture, please. And then this is one picture I speak basically about the relationship between boss and subordinate. And when Lord Hanuman discovered the address of Ma Sita and where Sita Ma was kept, and then he returned. And then Angad and the party and the Jatayu were sitting, and then they were waiting for Lord Hanuman. And then they were so excited to know how it has gone. How did you discover? So Hanumanji is narrating the whole story from the point he began and the point he came. And then everything he shared, like he took almost, let's say, half an hour. And when he meets Lord Ram, and Lord Ram asked, Hanuman, ये सब तुमने कैसे किया? कहते, मैंने प्रभु आपका नाम लिया और सब काम हो गया. What does it mean? Whenever you boss ask that how the difficult project is completed, तो हमने क्या बोलना है? Boss आपका नाम लिया और सब काम हो गया. Such a good lesson to learn, even practically useful. So don't try to show too much to your boss, otherwise next day you are in trouble. Correct? Jai Shri Ram. Next, please. Shabri and Ram. And who is the mentor here? Who is in the mentoring relationship? So who is mentor? Is it Shabri is the mentor or guide or a coach, or Lord Rama is the guide? So you can see that Kevat, the journey began from Kevat and Hanuman and now Shabri. So Shabri is basically telling Lord Ram where you will find a better help. I can just guide you to that place. And then he introduces Sugriv and Lord Hanuman, and where he, like Kishkindha, that is where he goes, and she shares the address of that place. So Shabri is sometime your junior fellows, sometime your subordinate, sometime the person who is not that experienced in your company can also be a good guide, a coach to you. Do we listen? You can see that Lord Rama is lending his ears to listen everything from Ma Shabri. Next picture, please. And this is again $1 million picture when Lord Krishna ready to break his vow. And he says, Bhishma, before on that day the war began, he says, मैं गंगा पुत्र भीष्म नहीं जो कृष्ण के हाथों आज शस्त्र ना उठवा दूं. और उधर अर्जुन जो परेशान है कहता है कि केशव ये क्या कर रहे हो आपने तो हथियार ना उठाने का प्रण लिया था. तो केशव क्या कहते हैं कि हट जा अर्जुन, आज मुझे अपनी नहीं अपने भक्त की प्रतिज्ञा की चिंता है. और उन्होंने भीष्म का मान रखने के लिए अपनी प्रतिज्ञा का मान तोड़ दिया. प्रेम पार्श्व के पाले पड़कर प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा, खुद का मान टले टल जाए भक्त का मान न टलते देखा. Sometimes the boss not to be arrogant and not to be bureaucratic about the rules. Sometimes we form rules to fulfill some purpose, but sometimes rules becomes the goal, the end. We should never look at the goal as the end. Rather, the rule should be a means to an end. So these relationships which you can see are practically useful in our daily life. It answers so many questions so easily. And I am now showing you few pictures that how these pictures which I have shown you are practically useful. Please go to the next picture. Next, yeah, I'm just finishing, correct. Next, please. So this is where you can say Porus and Alexander, and Porus asked, Alexander asked, how should I treat you? And then Porus said the way one king should treat another king. You can see that even in the battlefield, one commander can respect another commander despite all kinds of, ill feelings. Sometimes you are fighting so much, but still there is a room for respect. Next, please. Atalji and Rao Saab, and when it is about Bharat, there is no opposition. It is only the country, the humanity. And you know that nuclear test took place during the regime of Atalji, and where Rao Saab has supported. And both come from different parties, different ideology, but you can see the kind of warmth, the kind of relationship they have for each other. Next, please. This is the recent one. I really love this picture. The reason is that sometimes appreciation becomes so effective that you can form a new relationship. And when you are appreciating, and probably you would have seen and go to YouTube and you will find this video, the way Narendra Modi ji has appreciated the contribution made by Ghulam Nabi ji during the time when he was a chief minister. And see that when he was appreciating, Ghulam Nabi ji was holding his hand. The meaning is appreciation brings humility in others. Ratan Tata ji's the feet was touched by Narayan Murthy at an award show. Narayan Murthy is almost 75 or 77, and Ratan Tata ji is almost 80, 85 or more than that, 8 or 10 years older. You can know that Ratan Tata is, by virtue of being Tata's family, has been, transmitted this kind of, inherited the business. But Narayan Murthy ji is first, you can say first entrepreneur. So he is touching the feet for what? To get the blessings from a very renowned, respected businessman, so that he can further grow like Ratan Tata. So this kind of relationship can be observed even in our corporate world. Next, please. Amitabh Bachchan and Rajnikant, again $1 million picture, because they both appreciate each other and they treat each other like a family member. Next, please. Oh, this is amazing picture when Roger Federer took retirement and Rafael Nadal is crying. Why he's crying? There is no more competition now, but still he's crying. Don't you see the same relationship like Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva? Correct? Even such human relationship can be observed. I have no interest in tennis. I am more cricket fan than typical Indian. But when you see such picture crosses the boundaries of a nation, and we love Roger Federer for his humble attitude. Next picture, please. Bill Gates, so just 1 minute. So Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, what is their market capitalization? Almost 4 trillion. And India's GDP is also around 3.8, 3.7 trillion. They are not two human beings. They are equal to the size of India's GDP. But when they sit together, they discuss big things. They share several ideas. So we can learn from them, but about the appreciation for each other's contribution. Next, please. So these are the traits. You can go to the last picture, please. Next. Yeah, this one. So based on this entire, I think almost 14 pictures I have shared, 7 from the spiritual side, 7 more from the practical side, and I see these 4 commonly found traits among the leaders. One is forgiveness, and if you are a forgiving person, this is the biggest trait has been nurtured in Jainism, ahimsa paramo dharma. So forgiveness makes you forward looking. Otherwise you keep grudges in your mind, and it will harm your well-being. Then gratitude and growth oriented. You always prosper if you owe your success to others. And whenever you see, like recently Rajnikant has been interviewed about his movie Jailer, he said it's God's grace, I'm nowhere. So every time you see big people express gratitude, forgiveness and gratitude leads to the coexistence. And in economics, you must have heard the Nash equilibrium. And then in conflict management, win-win strategy. But win-win strategy can be adopted when we are little bit forgiving, when we are little bit expressing gratitude. And further, it leads to the optimistic life, maybe the life we always ready to form new relationship. We are ready to experiment with new relationship, and each relationship is spiritual in nature. Are you open to experience the spirituality in you? Thank you so much.